Morning chaps, welcome to another video, and today I'm going to do something that I've not done on video before, and it's possibly going to end badly, you never know. I'm going to do a Shavette shave today. I've not done one in a while, so it could get messy, but to give myself a fighting chance and to hopefully get through it unscathed, we're going to be using the Real Shaving Company's 3-step system, the scrub, cream and the balm post shave. We're going to bowl lather just because I want to. Haven't really done one in a while. Certainly don't do them very often. So we'll be using the old shaving room bowl as you do. And razor wise today, we're going to use the Raptor Shavette. I've got to load a blade into that, so I'll run through how we do that. Just looking through a random selection of my blades, which I keep in a little pot. What shall we use today? I think we will use what's open. Anything? Pack of Astras. Let's use an Astra. I do like Astras, so it's not entirely unexpected. So we're going to an Astra Superior Stainless, fresh out the pack. But first of all, we need to remove the old blade. So what we have is the razor. You can see there's an old blade in there. Can you see it just about? Yeah, you can see it poking out there. So you pull that part of the holder open. The main shank, I suppose you could call it, then kind of splits. Now this is where you have to be careful, because it does kind of split awkwardly and the blade gets exposed. Remove that and be careful, so I'm just going to put it there, safe out of the way. And then you've got your razor open ready to load, so I'll leave that there. Now, when splitting your DE blades, you can buy them pre-split, but I don't use Shavette often enough to justify purchase, so I will take an existing blade. Notice it's still in its pack, and this is the important bit. Keep it in the pack and split it in half. You hear that snap? That's it, done. It's now folded in half and split down the middle. Because it's in the pack, fingers stay nice and safe and out of the way of the blade. Obviously you have to be careful taking it out of the pack, being very careful not to drop anything. And there you have a fresh half of an Astra Superior Stainless. And loading it into the Shavette is pretty much the opposite of before. So you see on here you've got two lugs. I'm going to do it this way so I can see what I'm doing, so it's safer. But you sit these points of the blade onto the lugs like so. It sits in there, holds the blade, and then you basically bring the other part of the Shavette back up to meet the razor, and then I just give it a gentle tap very lightly so as to seat the blade properly. I'll just use the edge of a nail right on the edge of the blade, and blade in place. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it sitting like so in the water to warm up, and in the meantime I'm going to prepare the old boat race. So because it's a Shavette shave, I want to make sure my skin and stubble is prepared to the very best that it can be, hence the need for a scrub, because it's going to do a damn good job of basically softening everything up, removing dead skin, you know, all the usual things that a scrub does, and this one does it well. So I'm going to take my grease towel and just wet my face with it to start with, as you do. I don't want to splash the whole bathroom. Bit of a pre-wipe as well. And then I take small amount of this. In fact, that's a bit more than I planned to. About, well, it's not even half an almond. And then just rub it in. So when it comes to the actual shave today, I'm just going to do a single pass because it's a very aggressive shave. And I've got to go out in public today. Don't really want to look like I've just walked out of the Chamber of Horrors or an encounter with Sweeney Todd. There we go. And then I'm just going to rinse off. With the towel. Just wipe it clean. So, whilst all that's been going on, my brush has been soaking. And I'll give you 10 internet points if you can guess which it is. Cadmium, you're right. Anyway, it's been soaking away. 26mm silver tip knot, as always. And like I said, I'm going to bowl lather it. So, I'm going to take my trusty bowl and the cream. Tell you what, and let's put about, I'm going to go for a normal amount of lather, 3 passes, because these brushes soak it up. So I've put, well, so it's meant to be about an almond shape, but you could argue that it's somewhere between a 7 and a 9. I'm just going to start lathering it up. So hopefully you find gentlemen and possibly ladies and alien species who may be watching from planetary systems that don't belong to ours. Hope you all had a good week with everything that's gone on. It's been a tough week for many. My hometown was attacked, as I'm sure you're all aware, by some utter scumbags. But that's another story altogether. So that was the only real downer on this week. It's been a bit wet weather-wise, but hey, this is England, so I don't expect anything less than rain. So much so that the office where I work, or should I say the complex, my office is actually based on Michelin UK's headquarters. I don't work for Michelin, but we just rent office space there. I work for Ticketmaster, in case I haven't told you in the past. But yeah, so we've got office space rented out there. And during the lovely rain that we've had this week, one of the main pathways in and out of the complex on foot was properly flooded. And it was close enough to the main sewer drain that Michelin decided it wouldn't be a bad idea to throw in another little drain. So they dug up the path, stuck a little drain in, put it out to the main sewer, and hopefully we'll be able to walk out and about without getting wet feet. So yeah, and in stark contrast, yesterday evening was lovely, it was glorious, a bit like today. As you can possibly see out the window behind me, it's quite bright. I've tried to adjust the white balance on the camera to take that into account, but it's a bit of a pig. So yeah, so I drove home with the roof down. It was lovely. So yeah, a mixed week in many respects. And oh yes, got the group buy from Wickham's en route for the Magnum. Darren, that smells wonderful. Well, certainly the bath soap does, so I can imagine what the shave soap will be like. And yeah, well, no, there was another bad thing this week. We lost one of our pets. We lost a snake. He died. We don't know how or why. all as I know, as I went to bed one night, everything was hunky-dory, he was moving, doing his thing, and the next morning, not with us anymore. So Kellogg, he was a corn snake. Rest in peace, little man. You were here for far too short a time. I did say I was going to talk about that to myself before the video, but couldn't help it, you know. Kellogg needs his recognition. So, on to the shave. We have a brush full of lather. We have plenty in the bowl of wonderful Real Shaving Company. Step 2, traditional shave cream. It's good stuff. So, what we're going to do, I'm just going to lather. Now, I've not tested myself with a Shavette in a while, so like I say, this could get ugly. Well, certainly not this Shavette. I have another in my collection which I tend to favour. For no real reason. Show that to you. It's the Bluebeard's Revenge. Colour that one maybe tomorrow, depends how well today goes. If not, next week. And yeah, so to recap, we've bowl lathered with this after pre-scrubbing with this. We've got the shaving room bowl with a cadmium brush and lovely lather, and we've got the Raptor Shavette with an Astra Superior stainless blade. Let's see how this goes. So, no pressure. A sensible angle, and it does alright. You can see it takes the lather. Gentle short strokes. Now, the tricky bit for me is under the nose. Historically, I have got myself a few times. Yeah, not too bad. So, I'm not going to get complacent, I'm still going to be very careful. Now, see, I've just opened up a place where I caught myself yesterday shaving. Had, for some bizarre reason, I think I must have been bitten during the week. I had a little something there, caught it with a DE yesterday. Opened it up again this morning. And yeah, fun and games, but thankfully it's not inflicted by this, because that would get messy. So, switching hands, I've caught myself a little bit there, but there. the first time I used a Shavette. That was, how can I say, interesting. It was a messy experience the first time, and I thought it's a rite of passage, you know, it's got to be done. So yeah, pretty successful. So the Shavette does get pretty close, I would say, with there being no bar. So I'm just checking out the levels. Having been to the barbers, it's difficult to tell where the sideburns end. And where the rest of it starts. So that is a pretty successful, by my standards, Shavette shave. One pass because, like I said, it's very aggressive. And I've got sensitive skin. I don't think it'd hack too much more. So what we're going to do, because we can, and because it is aggressive, and I've got a couple of little nicks, we're going to pull out the Osmo alum block. Doesn't get a lot of use, but we're going to give it a whiz out today. And it will help to seal up any little nicks, and it certainly highlights any irritation, because it will sting like the proverbial jellyfish. Thankfully, short of the weeper spots, like the one up here where I opened up yesterday, and one here, but there's no real sting, so I'm pretty happy with how that shave has gone. Create myself a little bit of room. So yeah, that's not too bad by my standards, I don't think, for a Shavette shave. Get me brain in gear before I speak. It's a short one this week, quite clearly. So whilst we wait for the alum to do its thing, this would normally cost you about a tenner from the shaving shack, but I got it as a free gift. When you placed an order of a given value, you got one of them. Same as the this one. This one you got as a free gift when you placed an order of a given value. So yeah, worth getting for free, definitely. Would I pay for one? Probably not. I'll be honest, because they are very, very, very aggressive. If I wanted aggressive, I'd pull out my R41. It's quicker, less chance of ending up in the morgue. Yeah, so you see the alum has stopped the flow. There's a little bit of irritation here, which I'm not surprised about given how aggressive it is. The other side's pretty tame. So yeah, so the alum's had a chance to do its thing, so I'm just going to rinse it off, because you don't want to leave it on. I remember when I was a kid, my dad had an alum salt block, and I was about 11 years old, and he was teaching me how to shave because I I was sprouting facial hair very early. And he's like, yeah, once you've done, you can toughen up your skin with the alum. I was like, what do you mean? Anyway, so just rub it on your face. And I'd zoned out at that point. I'd heard rub it on your face and missed out the fact where he said just wash it off afterwards. And I remember sort of that day getting the old Bic single blade disposable out, giving it a shave, giving it the alum, and then just walking out the bathroom. And I wonder why my face felt like the skin had shrunk by about 3 sizes, because that's what it'll do. It'll make you feel like your skin has shrunk about 3 or 4 sizes. So that's that. The history of the alum block for me. That stops all the nasties and highlights if you've had a good or bad shave. That's the main reason I use it nowadays. And when you've had an aggressive shave and your skin feels a little bit, I don't know, in need of something, you can reach for a balm. And today's balm is going to be this one to complete the set. The Step 3 Daily Post-Shave Soothing Balm. Instantly relieves irritation. I've been using this quite a lot lately because of convenience. It's very convenient just to put out a little blob about yay size on the finger and just apply. It does a good job. Feels nice on the skin, it's not greasy. Can't complain at all. So, in terms of the shave, that was quick, very quick. It's not in any way, shape or form anywhere near BBS. I would never attempt that with a Shavette. It's just potential shaving suicide. You're either going to end up looking like a doner kebab, possibly be in need of a transfusion or two, and it won't be pretty because they are very, very aggressive, and unless you've got immaculate dexterity between both hands, you're never going to get BBS around all these horrible little curves and angular jawbones and all that jazz. For someone like myself who's got arthritis in both hands, I just haven't got the dexterity to do that, so I never attempt it, but it's nice just to pull out the Shavette every now and then. But yeah, like I say, I'm alright with that. Okay, a little bit of a red spot, a couple of, like I say, the weeper that was on here. That was where I snagged the DE yesterday, because like I say, it got caught on the little bite or pimple and snagged a bit of skin. Wasn't pretty, but it's what can happen when you're not careful. So, yeah, that was that. That was my shave today. I've put it out there already. I was wondering where I put my razor. So yes, thanks gents. It was really a shave with no beginning, middle or end game. It was just a shave and I thought I'd video it, and I just so happened to use a Shavette today. I'm off up into town now. What am I going for? It's Mother's Day tomorrow. I've already sent my mum a card. Got to get the wife a present from the kids. I know what one of the presents is already, it's in the bedroom. But another one I know she wants. Yeah, I'll get her that today. I'm not going to tell her what it is because I know she does like to watch these videos, and if she watches it before tomorrow she'll know. So Dawn knows it, get out. Anyway, thank you for watching chaps. I've been mostly rambling today. So thank you for watching, I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you again soon.